Hello, Internet, and welcome to the first video in a series about Steelrising, which I'm really looking forward to playing. If all you are interested in is watching an old man with not great reflexes, who's not particularly good at Souls games but really enjoys playing them, play another one. Skip ahead to the timestamp that will be somewhere on the screen. I don't know where it is because I'm recording this before I start playing. If, however, you'd indulge me a moment, I just want to get something off my chest. It's not going to take very long, but I do feel the need to say it. In my the part 2 of my first look, my first impressions on Steelrising, I spoke a little bit about the assist mode that the game has, thinking that it's a really cool option, frankly, for people that aren't good at Souls games, who have played Spider's previous games, which are RPGs, not action RPGs like this, who just want to experience the cool sounding story, the alt history version of the French Revolution, but with automatons. Having the assist mode and being able to tweak the combat to your liking, to me, felt like a really cool idea. Am I going to use it? No. Why not? Because I like the challenge. You know, I've platinumed Bloodborne. I've platinumed Elden Ring. I've spent 250-ish hours or something like that playing Elden Ring over on 2 different pieces of hardware. I like my Souls games, even though I'm not very good at them. And one of the things that I like about them is the world building and the challenge. I'm actually planning on doing a tier list video on my preferences for Souls games. You know, where I'd put them, where I'd rank them. I thought about doing like a top 10, but my impressions and opinions on them change over time. You know, Bloodborne's still at the top. I don't think that's ever going to change unless, you know, something really dramatic happens, like Bloodborne Remake or whatever. But all of the others just change a little bit in terms of where they are. If you'd like to see that video, though, do let me know down in the comments below. But I really enjoy the challenge of the Souls games. And yet, there was a story when Sekiro came out, I think it was, about a journalist that had cheated, used cheat engine, or whatever, to finish Sekiro. And I said, okay. If that's the way you want to play it, well done. You know, you had your experience of the game, you completed the game under your own terms. Cool. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you got to experience the whole thing. And I made the mistake of checking out the post that the Spiders made, that the guys that made Steelrising made on Steam about the assist mode. And I made the mistake, and I don't know why I did this. I made the mistake of reading the comments. And my God, what a bunch of toxic assholes some members of the Souls and Souls-like community are. We had people in there saying that, oh, the assist mode's for wimps. I'm not going to buy your game anymore because you've put an assist mode in. Why? If I'm not going to do this, but if I was to put assist mode on, if I was to turn assist mode on because I wasn't enjoying something, I didn't like the combat, but I still wanted to experience the story, how the hell does me completing the game with assist mode on, which disables a load of the difficulty-based achievements, how does that affect you in any fucking way? Oh no, they put an assist mode in, it's not a good Souls game anymore. You don't have to fucking use it. Yes, there's an assist mode. Don't use it if you don't want to. by all accounts, it's not a super massively difficult game anyway, and the overpoweredness of the grenades and the musket is apparently still in and still hasn't been balanced. I'm not going to be using either of those things for my playthrough. I'm going to do a no grenades run. As I said in my playthrough of the beta, I don't like overuse of consumables in Souls games anyway, so that's not an issue for me. But the number of comments, and I'm not going to call out people here. There's one particular person who's an absolute condescending tool who shows up on all of the Souls-like games. I had massive arguments with him on the Soldiers forums as well. He is of the belief that the game has been designed around this assist mode, and that he's no longer going to pick up this game because he might be tempted to use it, and therefore it will lower his experience and expectations of the game. If you've chosen to use it, that's on you. If you don't have the self-control and the willpower to not turn on an assist mode because it's cheating, that is on you. That is not on the developers. If you want the challenge, whatever challenge the game offers is still there. If the temptation of turning on assist mode is going to play with your head, then maybe you are not as hardcore, die-hard Souls fan as you think you are. But it's about the ego, isn't it? A lot of the Souls community like the challenge, and there's nothing wrong with that. As I said, I like the challenge. But it's about being able to lord that achievement over other people who weren't up to the challenge. How dare you finish the game with assist mode on? You've experienced the whole game by using the cheats that the developers put in the game for you. My completion of the game doesn't mean anything now because you've also been able to complete it by cheating. So, what? If you are so amazing, then you will have all of the trophies and or achievements to show off to your heart's content and flop your massive EP out on the table in front of anybody. All hail! Let people enjoy the video game and play it the way they want. I hope more game developers put assist modes in. If you say, this game's trash now because they put a mode in to help people out that aren't as good as at the game as me, and I might be tempted to use it, and that might make me feel like I'm not a superior gamer anymore. I was really, really annoyed when I saw that. When I saw some of these comments. How massively egotistical and elitist that some people out there in this community are. I know the Souls-like community is toxic in many ways. Get good, yada yada. Back off. It's not as bad as MOBAs by all accounts, but I've never tried those. But dear Lord, I know I'm in my 40s, I'm old, I run a tiny YouTube channel that very few people watch, but I just had to get that off my chest before I play some of this game. I don't care what the reviews have said, because I'm a 41-year-old grown-ass man who can make up his own mind about whether a video game is any good without having to rely on critics and Metacritic and user scores and any of that bollocks. If you don't like the game, fine. That's your prerogative. If you don't like the idea of having an assist mode, don't use it. Just enjoy the game, or don't enjoy the game. Your choice. But stop calling people out, and stop calling developers trash, because they've put something in to help people that aren't as good at games as you think you are. Thanks for watching that rant, folks. Let's get actually into the game. Can you tell I've had a shit day at work? Don't know how many times I've sworn in this intro. I normally tend to keep it at least vaguely PG. I hope we're all well. Anyway, let's start the game, shall we? You know, I had the beta for so long, and I still, even now, haven't been able to decide which of these two classes I want to start with. I like the Dancer for the block, but I like the Alchemist just because I really like the premise of it. Let's go with the Alchemist. Remind myself how to play, because it has been a couple of days. No, I'm not going to waste my repair just yet. I actually thought, clearly incorrectly, that our save was going to carry over. Obviously it has not. I'm playing the game with not with medium textures, with high textures, but everything else on ultra, including ray tracing. Ray tracing is on. If it causes massive performance issues, I'll turn it off. And if you are having issues with kind of weird speckly graphics, figured this out, you want indirect illumination to be on full. If it is on half, things look weird. They go all kind of mottled, and it's very, very bizarre looking. Now, I'm not going to speedrun through the opening of this game. I can. I know where to go. I know how to defeat the bosses, etc., etc., etc. Any grenades that I've got, I will use up getting back to where we were. But I'm not. Did it change the prices of anything? Don't think so. But yeah, I'm not otherwise going to use consumables. Nope. Nah. But the plan... Let's actually use our alchemy, shall we? That was stupid. The plan is to see as much and do as many things as possible. As I was saying in my little rant earlier, I don't care whether other people think the game's good or not. It's whether I enjoy it that matters the most to me. If you are expecting epic gameplay and high quality... Whoa! High quality for me, you have come to, well, wrong channel, really. Oh dear lord. I've got to get used to the rhythm of combat. Which is dumb, really, because I was playing the game yesterday in preparation, thinking foolishly that I could carry the save game over. I did quite a lot of grinding, it had to be said. I ran through that map a lot. All wasted. If I sound a little bit weird, there's a couple of reasons for that. It's the 8th of September today. It's my first full day of teaching this term, and it was a bit of a grueler. But we've also just received news, you know, I'm British, that the Queen has passed away. And obviously a lot of people have got some very strong opinions on the royal family. Not without cause in a lot of cases. And I'm certainly no royalist or traditionalist or anything like that. I'm very much a progressive person. But she's been on the throne longer than I've been alive. And she always seemed like a hard-working and dedicated to the country. That's the wrong button. Person. And therefore it is, in my opinion, quite sad that she has passed away. It was going to happen eventually, of course. You know, she was 96.
The Swiss Guard, killed by the automats that replaced them.
But yeah, there's already been a lot of people on Twitter being absolutely vile human beings because, of course they are, because it's Twitter. An awful lot of people. On the Steam forums post that I was talking about when it came to assist mode, talking about how easy this game is. I just love the number of, you know, god gamers, people that are so amazing at video games that they cannot help but share their amazingness with people. Oops, I've frozen myself. Haha. Shield muskets. We may as well equip that, hadn't we? Get ourselves... Oh! Ooh! What? Oh, is this DLC? Because I got the Bastille pack, didn't I? Because it was on offer on Green Man Gaming. Not sponsored. Yeah, go on. We'll stick that on. Do we have... Oh, we do. We've got funky hats. Loot multiplier. Okay. Oops, that's the wrong button. Oh, it's already equipped it for us as well. I hadn't even realised. Sweet. I literally hadn't even realised that we'd got that stuff on. How did I change? Like that. Oh, what kind of range was that? Or was it firing a projectile? Oh, it's firing a discus. Okay, that's got a slight delay at the end of the first swing. The lantern. Nice. It's got a reasonably interesting rhythm to it. I think if you are a fan of the Souls genre and you are wondering what this does different, what this brings to the table. Yeah, obviously you've got an interesting setting. Factually inaccurate as it may be, because, you know, French Revolution is there's a lot of interesting historical things for the French Revolution that aren't taught widely. It's a very one-sided, reported historical event. I quite like this discus thrower. I don't know whether it's massively OP compared to other things because it's DLC. But my point was going to be that the rhythm of combat is interesting. It's not quite the same as you would get in another Soulsborne game. It is, surprisingly enough, clockworky, for want of a better term.
Is just beyond this wood.
Which kind of makes sense, because you're an automaton. Is there a way of seeing what these actually do? Because I don't know what armor actually does. Is there a help menu? I don't think there is. But I'd like to know what effect the stats actually have. You know, it's all well and good saying, oh yeah, this gives me plus 20 armor as part of my defense. But it's like, well, what effect does that have? What kind of difference does that make? I mean, since we are going alchemy, I think it's a decent choice. I'd like a little bit more clarification as to its actual, you know, purpose. Who? I was going to, module key, wonderful. I was going to put the camera on and stuff for this. But as I said, I've had such a long day at work that I don't actually feel up to sitting under the lights and stuff. So you'll have to forgive me if you don't see... Well, you won't have to forgive me, but it'd be nice if you'd forgive me for not being able to see my reactions to the bits and pieces. It may appear later on in the playthrough. But just for now, I look... I look knackered. And again, in terms of what does this game do to make it stand apart, I feel like, at least at the early stage, the enemy movements is an interesting one. It's going to be an interesting one to work around and memorize and that kind of stuff. And you know, for a lot of people who play these kinds of games, that's a big deal. The dodge still feels better than Thymesia's by a significant margin. I really disliked the four-way dodge in that game. It messed me up so many times. Falchion and Saber. I'm just trying to pick up all the things that I knew I'd found originally. As I said, I'm not farming here or anything. Randomly talking shit, but I'm not farming. So yes, as I've said, this is going to be a no grenade run. It's going to be a no run that... No. It's going to be a run where I don't use the obviously OP things. Because one of the things... Damn it. One of the things that people were saying on Steam is that certain things are really broken. You know, they're not very well balanced. The frost grenades and the explosive grenades being two of those things. People are saying, oh, well, you know, you could just cheese the game, farm up. And in fact, the one early review of the game that I've watched also says something similar. That the grenades make the game easy. It's like, well, damn it. If you want to make the game easy for yourself, then you can use grenades. I don't necessarily want to make the game too easy for myself, so I'm not going to use them. Because I have self-control. Might I use them in the playthrough? I might, if I feel like it. Am I guaranteed to use them? Nah. We'll see how it goes. So, let's level up. Do I want a little bit more endurance? I feel like I do. I feel like alchemy, engineering, and vigor are going to be the things that I focus on to start off with. I've got zero problems getting rid of and using these things, but whatever turns out to be overpowered, I ain't going to use. I have no interest in making the game stupid easy. There'll be no satisfaction in that. And if you complain about the difficulty, but you haven't resisted using these things, well, that's on you. Nope. Oh, the backswing on that is tremendous. Mistimed that entirely. Has my frost run out? It has. Yeah, it feels like circling around that way is the best way of doing it. Winning! A lot of people, I noticed, saying that this game looks bad. I don't see that at all. Maybe I've just got really low standards, but I don't... Oh, frost grenades. Right, I had real trouble getting back. No, that'll do, mate. Yeah, I don't think the game looks like trash, as so many people, well, I say so many, as people are saying. It doesn't look trash at all to me. People don't like a run animation. You know, they don't think it looks right. It's like, she's a robot. What are you expecting? A super smooth human running animation? It's part of the fantasy. No pleasing some people, obviously. Oh, yes, you. Ah, I'm an idiot. I know I can jump that. I'm definitely an idiot. Oh, bushes in the way. Damn it. Yes, I'm really glad that there's the regen vials, because it is the hitboxes on some of these attacks are really broad. And again, I'm not complaining, just making an observation. They're very broad and they, excuse me, there we go. I've fallen afoul of them several a time. One thing that I know that I am going to miss about the Surge 2 is the ability to bank my scrap. Which obviously, yes, I know it makes the Souls genre a little bit easier, but I quite like it. Don't think that does. Yeah, I don't think that actually helps. Because they seem to have quite a wide hitbox on their attacks. They can hit you in the air anyway. I don't think it offers much in the way of benefits. Circling round to the right. Oof. Yeah, circling round to the right of those seems to be the opportune way of doing it. I do feel that my damage is a little bit on the low side at the moment. Digress. Yoink. Whoa, whoa. Little bit of jank from the camera there. Speak to farmer.
Here is something to quench your thirst.
Praise be to God. Bless you, whoever you are.
They're very British, aren't they? Very British in France. Ah, petrification grenades. Yes. Weapons. Glass core baton. Uh-huh. And I've still got 1750. Oh, that improves frost damage this time, but didn't improve it last time. Okay, so it's not going to be every hit. That'll give us good. Let's get it up to 5. I've got no real plan for this. On my I'm just going to run past these. I am actually, I think, going to speedrun this little bit because I'm quite tired, as I said. I've had a really long day. So I think, whilst not technically speed running properly, I think I am going to move with a little bit of pace. Because as I said, I've played this bit before. Whoop. Yes. Had to reorient myself for a second then. Because I was a little bit confused. Because I am tired and slow and old. That is, of course, going to be the excuses I use for the entirety of this playthrough. This is a good excuse. Yes. Ambush. Yeah, the freezing status effect is... I'm not going to say it's broken, because when you're doing it this way, the quote-unquote proper way, with a melee weapon, it still takes quite some time to build up. But I do think it is a little bit off with the grenades, where it seems to build up very, very fast, and you can kind of chain stun them. But again, just because I think it's a little bit powerful doesn't mean that, you know, it's not a completely valid tactic for playing the game. You know, play the game how you want. Don't like assist mode? Don't use it. Right, here's the thing that I missed in the demo. Down here. In a chest, right down at the bottom of this. Not entirely sure how I missed this, actually. Well, no, I know how I missed this in the demo. It was just the wrong angle of camera that I got. I saw the route going up. The Wheel of Vengeance. This is a really interesting weapon. It's got a really cool kind of counter mechanic, but it's really, really slow. It's a proper heavy soul-style weapon. The counter is really cool because it sets things on fire. So I wanted to show it. Hey friends, come play.
Over there. The steam pump. I'll have to go there to get to it.
See, it's got that really cool thing. I think it's an automatic burn, but I'm not entirely 100% positive on that. Don't know whether it's quite enough for it to burn to death. It is. The regenerative oil vials reminds me of grass from Demon's Souls. I don't know if it's supposed to. I do prefer, generally speaking, Estus as a system. It's not my favourite healing system in a Souls game. My favourite healing system in a Souls game is actually how the Surge 2 does it. There's a lot of things in the Surge 2 that are my favourite about the Souls genre. If I ever get round to making that tier list, spoiler alert, the Surge 2 is actually at the kind of number 2 spot on my list. Bloodborne at the top, surprise, surprise, but the Surge 2 is one of my favourite games. And I know that will lower my prestige, essentially, in a lot of people's eyes, because a lot of people don't like the Surge 2. I've got a load of grenades, so I'm just going to get rid of a load of them versus this guy who, of course, we have already fought in the demo. Ow. Yeah, but the reason why I dislike kind of consumable-based Souls games is because of all the menu swapping that you end up having to do. Oh, that swipe. I completely cocked that up. Retreat! Didn't realise I was going to have so many grenades by this point. No, stuck in the Vestal. Let's get one of these frost grenades out of there, because they last a long time. Sit. Grade 1 fight or flight module. I can't remember what that did. Oh yes, more damage and impact when health is low. I'm probably going to need some more health, aren't I? Tell you what, we'll get engineering to 5, and then we'll start putting some points in health. Yeah. That's the plan. I will forget it. Because I'm tired and old and I have no memory. Oh, upgrade materials. Nice. See, the thing that this game, in my opinion, already does better than Thymesia is the fact that there are things to find. Whoa! Let's not screw that up. So 5 hits to freeze those. I really like the environs in the game so far. Yeah, the performance is a bit iffy, not gonna lie. It's probably being picked up on the recording when the frame rate drops, and it does seem sporadic, and keeping in mind that I'm running with a 3090. Although that being said, I've got ray tracing on, haven't I? That's probably doing a thing. Let's turn... We turn this on to performance, because I don't think it's going to make a huge amount of difference with how the game looks. But again, I've just been playing The Surge 2, which is a PS4 game. So, it's a PS4 game that's absolutely loaded with chromatic aberration. So, realistically, you know, some people might be watching this, if anybody does watch this, and think, oh, this game looks like shit. Graphically speaking, I mean. And, you know, each to their own. Each to their own. But I'd much rather play a game that runs well and that's fun to play than a game that looks good and is boring. You know, the Call of Duty games look good, but my god, they are dull and shorts. You know, Thymesia and Mortal Shell. You know, they were both very, very good looking games. But they were also very, very short games. Camera doesn't help in a couple of places here. But yeah, in terms of world building, there's just a lot of detail in these maps. You know, it's got very recognizable areas. You know, oh, this is the place with the severed heads. Can't say that's going to feature throughout the entire game. And I've got to remember to leave a slight delay after the 3rd hit in that combo. Because it's 1, 2, 3 with the double, and then a slight delay before you can hit 4 and have it come out smoothly. Which again is a timing thing, which I like. A lot of people are going to say, oh, that feels really clunky. It's like, no, just, and I hate to say it, get better at the timings. I'm not going to say get good, because I'm not an asshole. Well, I'm not much of an ass. Well, yeah. Okay, we are about ready after an hour and 20 minutes. I said I was going to get that to 5, didn't I? And then we'll start putting a few points into health, maybe to get us up to like 300 or so. I assume armor helps with our defenses, but I don't know. I don't know in the slightest. Chances are I've missed some things that I found previously. Don't think there was anything kind of hidden up here. I assume we'll be able to get through here at some point, maybe. You can sometimes tell from the texture quality, but I'm not looking closely enough at that. So, here we go. We are at New... Ooh, let's grab that and open the gate while we're here. Fulmination grenades. We are about to embark on entirely new content. All aboard the night train. That's another reference that a lot of people won't get unless you're old. I do like this, the designs... Ooh, that fogging was a bit weird. Depth of fielding. I do really like the designs of these automata. They must have put a lot of effort and man hours into concepting these. Your machines are killing everything in sight. Essence of a noble spirit, the work of a dark necromancer. Endurance fluid. Unlimited stamina. Ooh, they're quite expensive, and we haven't used any of the ones that we've got. Yeah, lots and lots of consumables. Oh, new things. These weren't in the demo, so let's see what other weapons are available. The Franklin Claws. So they're a claw weapon, but instead of having the counter-attack, they seem to do lightning damage. Yes, an arc of lightning forms around Aegis and infuses the Franklin Claws. So they're going to have an immediate area of effect and also infuse our weapons with lightning damage for 40 seconds. Lapu Wheel, which is heavy hitting, heavy to use, purely strength scaled, with a triple attack special move. Frosted Fans I've checked out before, body of work, armoured fans, glass core baton, and the Polignac stuff. Oh, there's now a load of modules that we can buy modularly. Yes, moderately increases balance, immunity, moderately increases frost resistance, increases armor and balance when health is low, endurance increased, flame damage increase, lightning damage increase, and we can buy quite a lot of upgrade materials as well, should I wish to farm for those, but I kind of don't. Is there anything super interesting that we can sell? Not really. I keep pressing the wrong button there. But the weapons sell for quite a lot. Apart from these two, which obviously, as DLC things, do not. That's very pretty. Very pretty. That's what we're wearing, isn't it? I'm just going to hoard things because I always hoard things. Let's travel. So, we've got 2 new locations open that we can go to. The Tuileries and La Cité. La Cité. I'm so French. La Cité. I don't know. Main quest. Main quest. Characters. Interesting. So, although it's not a hub-based, really. It's kind of location-based rather than a fully joined-up world. It does give us some choice as to where we can go to continue the quest. I assume we'll have to do both, unless it changes as we progress. That door is now open because that's a fast travel route. Okay. That's a fine. The Tuileries. Toblerones. I don't know. I am not French. I suspect this is a famous French building / landmark / district. Again, I've been to France twice. I am an uncultured heathen Brit. Quai de Louvre. The river. I see you down there. Yeah, you might think, ladies and gentlemen, that this game looks like trash, but frankly, I think that's a pretty cool aesthetic view. You are, of course, entitled to your own opinion. It's new content, though. New content. Let's see what we can see. Granite cobblestone. I am not going to do the French accent because my French accent, c'est terrible. Je ne comprends pas le français. Hello. Bonjour, la mec. That's not funny, Demajen. Shut up. Oh, he blocked. Clonk. Jeez. I like that clonk sound. It threw me off. Clonk. Yeah, a little kind of watch point style thing. A little overlook. The Tuileries Garden. Ah, interesting. So we can go that way to the garden. I suspect this is... Yeah, that's shortcut back. So it's not like we have multiple pathways that we can go. We are being... ooh. This gate is closed by a device. Comment down below what that's a reference to. It's not a difficult one. I don't think I want to... I don't think I want to explore down there particularly far, but I will go and say hello to this gentleman over here. What was that? Was that a fencing pose? Oh, you got 3 hits. Again, I'm screwing up the 4th hit in that combo. The double hit on the 3rd swing has a delay before you can chain it onwards. What's in the box? Grade 2 Fulmination Resistance Module. Grade 2. Yeah, moderately increases fulmination resistance. So it seems like we can buy those and find them out in the world. I assume that means that we can stack them, but that is a bold assumption. And I am quite possibly very, very wrong. Let's go and take a look in these gardens. Yeah, I think this is a really kind of atmospheric area, frankly. I don't think this looks bad at all. The frame rate's a bit iffy. But, Greedfall was exactly the same. You know, it was an iffy performance is the word that I'm after. I'm really struggling. I'm so sorry, folks. If you are expecting smooth commentary. Oh, lightning one. Ow. Right, this one doesn't seem to have a breath attack. Oh, no. It does have a breath attack. Or a beam attack of some variety. That debuff lasts for a while, doesn't it? One of my biggest critiques in terms of world design of Thymesia was just the lack of things to explore for. And this has already got a lot more excitement. Because, you know, it's got... Yes, it's got lore notes. And yes, it's got... Oh, you don't have much of a delay on that. Yes, it's got lore notes, and yes, it's got just collectible souls to find. But it's also got weapons, it's got attachment modules. Ow. I'm really not doing enough damage to the enemies. This might be an issue going forward. Oh, dear Lord. That arc, though. Yeah, get frozen, bitch. Pardon my French. Yes, it doesn't feel like I build up frost on the enemies quite quickly enough in this area. I was doing all right in the previous one, but I think the enemies here are a little, or at least they feel a little bit harder. I was expecting ambushes. I should probably check the trees as well, because I've noticed that that was a thing that they did in the first area. Did we go up here? Oh, damn it. It's quite difficult to get that stealth attack. Oh, I think this is an ordinary boy, who I've still managed to take a chunk of damage from because I blow. Grade 1 Alchemical Shield Module. Resistance to all types. It does seem like resistances and elemental attacks are going to play a role of some significance in this game. Excuse me? Oh, hello. No, there's somebody behind me. Oh, he's just shooting at me, that's fine. That was dumb. Don't think he's actually coming down. Well, no, he is coming down. He's just doing it slowly. I thought this was going to lead us out to where I saw the shield boy, but that's actually over there. Yes. Okay. This, electrical stuff. Oh, this guy's got frost. Yeah. Ouch! Okay. Aegis is broken. Get broken. Okay. Nope. Yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to... Whoa. Bye, friends. Bye, friends. Oh, is there anything exciting in here? Ooh. I don't think enemies leash as closely as they did. Did you hear me think? Did you think I was scared? Because you were right. Mechanical Hoss. This looks shortcutty, doesn't it? Okay, mate. Clearly. Oh, what was that for? He had the kind of is it an unblockable attack marker? I think that might be what it is. Oh, that's blocked from the other side. Darn. I thought that was going to be a shortcut. I was incorrect. These enemies are doing a lot of damage. Yeah. A good chunk of my health per hit. So I have to be a little bit careful. It feels like there were multiple little kind of side paths and passages in this area. Check the trees, Dema. They tend to fall from the trees. Well, I say tend to. They've done it like twice. Ah. I don't think this guy's going to take much damage from Frost. But he does take a massive amount of damage from backstab, so... this is problematic. Hit your friend, bitch. Hit your friend. Spin. Spin for me. No, don't run into it, you complete moron. No. Ow. The pain. The pain. Oh, hi. Up. Oop. Yoink. Don't think I'm getting in there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Multiple pathways. Cool, so we get sneaky shortcutty style things. No. Oh dear. I have made a terrible mistake. Nope. Yes, come to me. Come to me. Uh-huh. Yoink. Ah, module key. I kind of get the impression that the game is going to, a little bit more than your average Souls game, throw multiple enemies at you. Just because of the way the areas are designed and linked together. Which is fine. I don't mind that as long as we have the power and or tools at our disposal, ow, to deal with this assault.
Nioh's home is built on a hill in the area.
And maybe that is why there are so many grenades, because obviously they're going to be AoE, and yeah, that could very well be a thing that we need. We can upgrade our weapon if I've got enough. I don't want to equip it, I want to use it. Can use from the inventory, which is lovely. Right. Baton. +7 damage. Better scaling. This scales with power as well, so maybe I should put some points into power. And that will allow me to swap over to other weapons at some other time as well. Let's get one of these upgraded since they're all unlocked. We need 250 for another actual level. Is there anything new in here? No, those are the same as previous. Okay, so we've got more weapon damage. Generally speaking, in a Souls game, weapon damage good. I see a shieldy boy. Nice. Ow. Nice. That's that backstab. That backstab did wonders. Shortcuts? Not shortcuts. I suppose we don't need one, do we? Because we've just unlocked a Vestal. But I thought we might get a shortcut back to an earlier part of the level. I wonder then how we get down there to that guy. I don't think we were supposed to jump over the wall. I spy you hidden in a corner there. More consumable souls. Don't mind if I do.
No! Why pick on a frail little woman?
I didn't.
I've always been loyal to the king. Oh, yes, as God is my witness. I'll do anything you ask.
I
Hello?
have no intention of harming you. The royal automats are my only enemies.
Partout les saints. You were sent by heaven.
I was.
above.
It's true. Huh? Feels like there was supposed to be something more there. Ow. Oh, that was a parry. That was a big parry. Nope. I just walked straight into his shield. Like a complete spoon. Nope, not a door. Well, I mean, it was a door. But it wasn't a door that I can open. Anyone for meat? Bit of chicken? No? Doesn't look massively appetizing, must admit. A secret thing? You know, even though they're only healing items, you still feel like there are things in this world to find if you look. Ha! Ooh. Nope. Well, yes, but not yet. Nope. Stuck on a rock. I'm enjoying the exploration. The levels are substantial. Doggies! Oh, many dogs. Okay. Wonderful. I hit nothing. Doorway strats! Yeah, I think those are the same basic dogs as previous. I'm fine with this. But yes, packs of them. Endurance fluid vial. Hidden. Aha. Essence of a valiant spirit. Yep, so far so good. Blocked? Well, I guess we're coming back round to that. What is that voice that I'm doing? Stop doing silly voices, Demajen. Oh, ooh. Oh, dear lord. Ooh. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Fortunately, white robots can't jump. No! Talk shit. Get shot at with lightning. Uh-oh. 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 Cast iron. Oh, that's not an exit. I thought that was going to be a way out. There's a surprising number of enemies here. Ow. Oh, hi, friend. Lavoisier Catalyst. Whew, Vestal. That's a lot of enemies to deal with. Is it just me that thinks this? Maybe I'm so used to Souls games where, you know, you have to deal with one enemy, maybe two at a time. Right, that's more heals. Unlock? The gate is locked. So why give me the option to unlock it then? Ah. Monsieur de Mirabeau's townhouse. Oh, this was our target, wasn't it? This was where we wanted to be. Monsieur de Mirabeau has left a fancy glowing chest in his back garden. Its contents are now mine. Leda Albert. Those are the boots, Dema. What is this? It's a halberd with the shield move. Okay. I've got to say it, the weapon design is very, very interesting. I'm sure that some of them are going to be much more broken than others. But the concepts thereof are very interesting. I don't know how many different weapon types there are overall. Oh. The depth of field, I think, is messing with the...
So, I put it to you that the fact that the society is in need of
Dude, you are very inobservant.
Monsieur de Mirabeau.
No, no. Oh. The demon can speak.
The facial expressions are obviously very stilted.
Has my time come?
I do not know.
My life is in your hands.
The voice acting is great.
Worth much. Do what you will with it.
I seek Monsieur de Vaucanson. He holds the secret to the tireless automats.
And you think you'll find him here, in my quarters? Tell me, who is your master? Aren't you one of Cagliostro's creatures?
I serve only the Queen.
Ah, the Queen. Well then, that's something else altogether.
Yes. The Queen. The message found in the carriage.
I found this message in Monsieur de Vaucanson's carriage.
He didn't receive it. That is most worrying. Eugène and I are old friends. I was
Eugène.
hoping
That's
he would
not
be
how
able
I
to
was
tell me
pronouncing
what
it.
else is going on. Of course, I doubt he had a hand in this odious display of force, but he spent years in service to the king and his projects. Projects whose macabre ends we're only now discovering.
Ooh, that's not the best writing.
Where could Monsieur de Vaucanson have gone?
How should I know? The situation is dire out there. Everyone is taking shelter wherever they
Yes, we had noticed.
Let me
It's
think.
not great.
I know that he and Monsieur Bailly, the
Bailly?
astronomer, are close. Perhaps Monsieur Bailly knows more?
Where can he be found?
He must have taken refuge in his observatory.
We get to go to the Louvre.
Otherwise, I doubt he is still alive. He and his associate Lavoisier, the astronomer and the chemist,
Ah, we know of him.
were once the pride of the court, but have fallen out of favor. Too close to the common people, it would seem. It's as if only Vaucanson managed to stay in the king's good graces. Sic transit gloria mundi.
Yes. Whilst the voice actors are doing a reasonably good job, the writing isn't amazing. It's all right, but it's a bit stilted and a bit rough, and I think the voice actors are struggling to deal with it because of that.
Who is this Cagliostro?
You feign ignorance.
I do not know.
Then you should know that Cagliostro is the king's right-hand man. He claims to be a magician, and he is a self-styled count.
A charlatan who is more powerful than a minister.
Precisely. I've heard the most troubling rumors about him. He's supposedly the one who enabled the king to breathe life into these killing machines that no key need wind. I admit it sounds highly improbable.
And yet,
I wouldn't believe a word of it if I didn't have proof standing right before my eyes. Now that I think about it, as you can see, my servants have all abandoned me, and I will soon follow their lead. Those poor people hoped to escape the city while there was still time.
I
But
don't
if they-
think.
I fear I shall never see them alive again.
Yes, I think it's a bit late for that.
The housekeeper gave me this key.
A key?
It opens the gate that leads to the Louvre. If you are foolhardy enough to attempt.
I am foolhardy enough.
I found a note written by Eugène de Vaucanson. He mentions the death of the Dauphin at Meudon. What happened that night?
How should I know? The child passed away at Meudon. I was in Versailles.
Okay.
Besides the king and Monsieur de Vaucanson, who else witnessed these events?
Well, if they followed protocol, Monsieur Lemonnier, the first physician to the king,
The Lemon Man.
must have performed the autopsy on the
That's
child.
not funny.
Where can I find him?
He lives in Versailles, near the chateau. But he has a practice here in Paris, on Rue Saint-Thomas d'Enfer, in the quartier Saint-André des Arts.
Okay.
Eugène de Vaucanson told you nothing.
The only thing he was willing to tell me was that something terrible had
A
happened,
mysterious
and that the
something
circumstances
terrible.
leading to the Dauphin's death were not exactly as described.
Oh, a
One thing
mystery.
for certain is that he was extremely upset about what happened. So much so that he refused to spend a single day more in the king's service. But he has apparently changed his mind.
Leave it at that. So we are developing a series of pieces of information about side quest stuff by the look of it. A crumpled letter. My son, I have some news to share with you that I am sure will delight you. As I write these lines, I am confined to my bed at my home in Argenteuil, in such a poor state of health that the doctors assure me I have only a few hours to live. I am determined to die as a Christian, so I have sent for a confessor in the person of Monsieur de la Fère, Bishop of Nancy. He will arrive soon to administer my last rites. Then I can finally give my soul to God, or to whomever will have it. Although I look forward to leaving this world and the thought of no longer having to watch you sully the Mirabeau name, I ask you not to celebrate my demise too quickly. You should know that although my body is already no more than a rotting carcass, my pen and my mind are as sharp as ever. I have made arrangements for you, your succubus of a mother and your wastrel of a sister. You will soon be hearing of me. I swear this to you not from beyond the grave, for even in death I do not intend to let those who made my life a living hell continue to enjoy their own. Your father, Victor de Riquete, Marquis de Mirabeau. Interesting. No love lost there, then. At all. So this key, I assume, is for this big gate down here. I assume. I am correct. And this will take us over to the Louvre. I kind of feel like I should go back and explore the bit that I have missed. Ooh, a big boy. Hold on. It's Dark Souls 3. Fountain. Fat boy. I see where your inspiration comes. Ah! Oh my god, that made me jump. Well played, game. Well played. Oh dear, I just ran straight into that. Oh my god, that made me jump. The compressor will hopefully have caught that, but dear lord. Ah. Okay. My frost has ran out. Oh, they've all got so much that hits on the backswing. I actually want to rotate around to the right for this guy. Yeah. Hitbox? To be fair, I think that was very much my own fault. Why? Why have I... This guy's got health. Really? Yeah, the hitboxes on this guy feel a little weird. It's difficult to hit him. I like how weirdly imbalanced it seems to be on its feet. Huh. Am I going over here? I am.
I saw it yesterday as clearly as I can see you now.
It's impossible. That makes no sense.
Do you think I've gone mad?
Yes.
No, of course not. But how could Monsieur Balsamo make these machines
Ooh.
unrated?
Can we do it? Hello?
Monsieur Balsamo, you say?
Jesu! An automat right on our doorstep.
Malheur, we are lost.
Do not fear. I am not like the other machines.
À la bonne heure. This one speaks and thinks, at least.
We'd better stay on our guard.
So you saw this, Monsieur Balsamo?
Oh, I need to talk to them more, do I? I should have thought of that, really.
I saw him walk through the gate to his workshop, just a few paces from here, accompanied by a dozen automats.
Okay.
They made no move to attack him. Oh no, bien au contraire, they were acting.
I love the way they're trying the French
What does
accents.
Monsieur Balsamo do?
Who knows? He's a very
It's just very incongruous with the actual kind of
Find him discreet.
rural British.
What about the racket keeps us up every night? The clatter of scrap metal, the creaking of pulleys.
So he's an inventor?
We suffer through it all. Not to mention the god-awful screams.
Oh,
that emanate
good.
that sinister workshop from time to
No
time.
workshop that has sinister screams has ever been good.
There's no way of knowing what he's doing there. And
Well, there
that's
is.
why we cannot tell you anything more.
Madame, would you be so kind as to leave now? We don't want to draw attention to ourselves.
Ah, okay, so that plays out the conversation. So I have to watch out for that. You have to talk to them. It's not unusual for you to have to talk your way through conversation. Oh, hello. An address to Monsieur Balsamo. We ask you once again not to take part in your mysterious activities in the middle of the night. Whatever the source, the terrible noise you produce disturbs the peace in the neighbourhood. If these actions continue, we will be forced to refer the matter to the authorities at the Châtelet. You have been warned. The residents of the neighbourhood. Was that Monsieur Balsamo, or has Monsieur Balsamo had him killed? Or has he been killed by other things? Can I get back over here? I can. Where was that other door? Was it here? No. There was another door, but I can't remember where it was. I think it was actually back past the automats. So, for now, we shall mechanically plod on. Right, there's nothing down there. Whoa! Oh, that's me running out of stamina. I was confused for a second. Ah, okay. Oh! You have seen me. Come on. No. Is this the limit of your range? That was me trying my luck. Yeah. Oh god, I've got no flasks left. That is awkward. That is awkward indeed. But hey, I do feel like we are getting anima. Ah! I've forgotten to put my freaking buff on. Yeah, I think that's a kind of counterpose that he's doing there. And that if we hit him from the front whilst he's using it, it's gonna parry us or counter-retaliate us or something. Nemesis fans. Ah, I was right. So there are going to be fans that have got a counterattack, which means that we might be able to find some batons that have got a shield move attached to them. Although, since we are very focused on our Come on. Did you just throw a rock at me? Oh, I did hit. 3 hits. Nice. I thought I'd missed that entirely. Is this a street that we've been on before? It feels like I should recognize it. Uh-oh. Hi. Oh, you fast. Tell you what. What's your leashing range? Okay, spinny. I probably... Yeah. Let's take a little run. And regenerate. Oh, I had a running attack and I hadn't realised. Oh, he's got some funky hoppy attacks. Okay, so they're fast. Good to know. Shall certainly look out for those. This reminds me of the Virgin Abductors from Elden Ring. I know they don't really look anything particularly alike, but that's what it reminds me of. This area is surprisingly open for there only being that one enemy. I wonder if the idea was to kite it around there. Get out of here, bowels. Oh! Right. So when it rears back... Oh, I've got really itchy face. Oh, whiffed. Oh, there we go. Oh, not quite smash. There we go. Yeah, I can't say I'm getting any better realistically at the timing for the stamina recovery. Oh, we're gonna need a tool to break that, which might mean that we'll get that tool soon. Hello, friend. Probably should be paying more attention, mates, if I'm honest. In fact, the tool could be in here. It's not. Grade 2 longevity module. What did the grade 2 longevity module do? Moderately increases health. Okay. Actually... On this cart. On this scaffolding. Haha. The Louvre Gardens. Oh. Flashback thing.
No one Not even the king can stop the representatives of the people from continuing.
Not entirely sure why the voice volume is a bit low.
The Assemblée Nationale lives. That is why we swear never to part, and to gather wherever circumstances require it, until a constitution is established for the kingdom.
Come here, mon ami. I salute you.
Monsieur, we have just burned our bridges. Nothing and no one can prevent justice from triumphing in this kingdom.
Let us not claim victory too soon, Maximilian.
Huh.
Don't forget what we agreed on, if things were to take a turn for the worse.
Yes, watch out for the king and his killer robots. A mysterious enshadowed figure wearing different colors. Who is he? Probably somebody that I should recognize, but I don't, because my history is terrible. Interesting. Dogs underneath the drop-down points. No, I'm one of you. I could really do with a Vestal, if I'm being honest. Is the door open? It does not. That's, it's quite the distance, isn't it, since we last had a Vestal? Ordinary vial. But, don't think that actually helps me. Is this still following me? It is! Aha! Not this time. There's a grappling hook thing there. I kind of feel... Oh, there's a hole in the fence. What are you? You've got a horn. Ah! Fabulous. Vestal found. Wonderful. Wonderful. Right. We're going to upgrade. I said I was going to put a little bit into health, didn't I? I also feel like I want to put some into power. And I need more endurance as well. So that's an extra 20 hit points, which would make a difference. Stamina first. I'm so bad at sticking to what I say I'm going to do. What do I have in the line of consumable souls? Let's pop all those. Okay, that's a chunk. And health. Health and power. Health and power. I feel like our damage is lacking. The health, actually, I'm not super worried about. I mean, maybe I should be. So, let's get some damage. Anything new in the boutique? Fans. No. All the same, unless there was anything new in modules. No. Okay. So, I think I'm going to leave it there for this first episode. We've made a good chunk of progress. My general impressions on the full game, as opposed to what we saw from the beta, is that yes, the game's performance isn't great. Excuse me. The game's performance isn't great. There are some obvious dips, but again, I am running with ray tracing on. And I don't know how much of a difference it will make if I turn it off. The writing is a little bit... How to describe this? It's not that there's anything particularly wrong with the way the dialogue is written. It's that kind of weird mismatch between the English accent and the way the French, you know, it's a bit of an odd choice, an odd selection. But it's not inherently awful. It's just a bit stilted, and you know it's difficult to deliver these kind of things when you're talking normally in an English accent, and then suddenly you've got to say a French word with a French accent. It's weird. Oh balls! I just wanted to fight one of these. Oh, good. They do a lot of damage. I feel like the second swing on that misses quite a lot. No. Oh, shit. Okay, so these guys have got frost horns. So agile. There's a lot of enemies. Which is fine. They're taking quite some time to kill. Which isn't as good. It feels a little bit sloggy. But again, that could very well be just because of the A, build that I am using. But also, I fear it could be... Oh, good, a fat boy. A module key. That's not going to get me anywhere, is it? I was going to end the episode, but clearly I haven't, because of course I haven't. In Thymesia, which obviously this game is going to get compared to a fair amount because of how... I did see this guy, by the way. Of how recently they came out. Grade 3 long infusion module. In Thymesia, combat felt a little bit unrewarding. Because of how little points that often felt the being in combats. You know, it felt like enemies just weren't worth fighting. Oh, a spoopy enemy. In this, it's not that enemies don't feel worth fighting. It's just that they are so chunky. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I feel like the issue is that I need to maybe go and farm and level up a bit more, because we're taking a lot of damage and the enemies have got really wide swing arcs and we're not doing a lot of damage to them. Frankly, it feels... I mean, admittedly, those horn guys... Ooh, what's going on with those windows? Don't know whether you could see that before I move the camera. Oh, you can? Just in the top right-hand corner? Something spooky is going on in that chateau. Yeah, the horn boys are Frosterline, so I feel like... Do I have a fire weapon equipped? Or that I can use? I could use the Wheel of Vengeance, I suppose. Or I could use the fire chain. But yeah, I feel like there's going to be a... Ooh, fans have got a counterattack. Like the counterattack. Yeah, it feels like there's going to be a heavy elemental damage playstyle / requirement / something in this. Do I just turn left here? I do. I love the sound effects though. The sound effects are great. And I think... Yeah, so that's the guy that we need to defeat to get a Vestal formed up here. Oh, these horn boys. That was dumb. I am a little bit worried that the game is going to have been balanced around consumable usage. So that the game is going to have been balanced around throwing grenades at things. Because that's not a playstyle that I like. Consumable management, I find a bit of a pain in the arse. But if that is the case, then I will obviously change, adapt, and so on and so forth. I have no idea where I'm going here, by the way. I was ending an episode and then clearly I haven't. Being shot at. Grabbing loot. Oh, hello. I see you behind there. Anything in here? Yes. Well, not in there, but there's a step ladder. Step ladder? That's not a step ladder, Demajen. That's just a ladder. Yeah, I feel like I should be fighting more enemies. But it feels like they take a little bit too long to kill. Again, probably more of a build issue. Okay, we're not getting that. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Yeah, hidden thing down there. Ah! I know where we are. We're all the way back at that lever. Yeah, the levels are, in my opinion, interesting to explore. And they look interesting, and both of those things are, in my opinion, really important. Because, as I said, it's one of the things that I think Thymesia struggled to do. Create interesting levels and variety. Yeah, we are getting so many consumables. I really do think that it is going to be yes, you can fight with skill, but you are also going to need to tailor your consumables per fight as per defenses. Which it reminds me of Nioh. I mean, the game as a whole reminds me of Nioh. Actually, the key pull / overheating mechanic reminds me very much of Nioh. The amount of consumables that we're getting reminds me of Nioh. Nioh is not my favourite Soulslike. It's nowhere near the top of my favourite Soulslike. In fact, I know a lot of people really like it for its complexity, but I just find it a little bit too bloated and overwhelming with its consumable usage systems and so on and so forth. Oh, we're getting over to there via the grapple hook. Yeah, so next time we will explore... I'm guessing, is this the Louvre? I'm guessing this is the Louvre. I don't know, I wouldn't recognise a French landmark unless you hit me around the face with it, even if you hit me around the face with it, and only then if it's l'Arc de Triomphe or the Eiffel Tower, because I'm an uncultured British swine. Hopefully you've enjoyed my impressions of the first part, don't know how far through the game we are or anything, of Steelrising. Let me know if you've been playing it down below. I don't want to know anything about what is happening in the future, where I'm going to go from here, but I will be quite intrigued to know your thoughts on the systems and stuff that have been presented so far. Have I done myself dirty with the build that I have chosen? Would it have been better to go straight power or straight agility? What did you guys go for? What weapons are you using? Are you finding the big heavy weapons better? Or the faster weapons or the elemental infused weapons more of your speeds? Because it seems like there's a fair amount of possibility of play style here. I'm going to go and rest my voice, read up on the latest news about Queen Elizabeth II's death, and I will catch you all in the next episode, whenever that is. Stay safe out there, folks. Enjoy the rest of your days. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. Cheerio.
Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.